All right, y'all. I'm doing my video on overwhelm, and I would say the biggest thing that I have learned over time of being in this community and also just in life with the word overwhelm is it's for me. So I'm speaking specifically just from my experience and my story. Is I'm cooking at the same time. Is that overwhelm comes when like I'm in my head, or like there's just too many thoughts going on, right? Like I'm not having a thought come determining what I need to do as like an action step or responsibility, and then like doing the thing, right? A lot of times it's the overwhelm comes from the thoughts are coming in, your or me specifically, many of you maybe can relate to this, but you're then sitting on the couch. It literally could be sitting on the couch. It could be sitting at your job. It could be sitting on your bed. It could be sitting, even holding your child. It could be sitting with your children. And you're sitting, and this thought comes through. For example, let's say it's like, oh, I'm so overwhelmed. I need to do the laundry. I need to get this done. I don't have enough time to do this. And I'm still hungry. I haven't fed myself today. It's been a busy morning and it's 10 o'clock, whatever. And so then you continue potentially to just sit there, especially if, you're allowing yourself to have the excuse of like, oh, well, the kids are playing, so I'm just going to sit here. Like, I have to sit with them. Or it's just going to be a few more minutes. I'm just going to sit for a few more minutes. And so then you start to kind of like break this trust with yourself, right? Since you're deciding every time you're time looping and you're making that decision and you're saying you're still going to sit there and you're not going to get up and you're not going to do the thing, then you just kind of go into a cycle. So then that's where you can create, and it, for me in the past and things like that, I've then created this overwhelm, right? And just to give you a little example for right now, is we are in between two houses. So super, super like grateful that we have two homes right now, that we're currently like finishing our time here at this one in Minneapolis, in Seward. I call it our Seward house. And moving to our Farmington house, which is more in the country in Minnesota. And so I had shared this with another one of you in the group today. We were chatting a little bit. And what was interesting is I've been working a lot on my thoughts. Because we're always working on our thoughts and controlling our thoughts, because that's one of the most important things. So I had this like short second where I was like, there's dishes here, there's laundry here, and when we left our Farmington house last night, there's laundry there and there's dishes there. And it's not that many, right? And I'm grateful for the dishes. I'm grateful that we've had food to make at each house, and that there's garbage to take out, and that there's like things to clean, because that means we have a home to clean, right? Like all these things that like I'm super grateful for. And it was interesting how like the thought came through, and I was able to quickly go into kind of what I just shared, like into this gratefulness and where we're at right now in this specific day and moment like things are perfect. Like we're happy. We're happy is more of like a feeling, right? But we're living. We have our basic needs met. We have food. We have the best water. We have like the best community. We have the best resources like this tool is a phone to be able to use to connect with all of you. All of these things that if I chose to participate, which we all do, right? Participate in this, like, let me create something, create stress, create overwhelm, and create this energy around this mess here at this house, which we're moving. So, like, obviously it's not going to be organized. It's an organized chaos, right? And then same thing at the new house. It's like, can't expect to go there and just sit down on a new couch that we don't even actually have in the house yet, because we have to move it and buy some things and whatever, right? So it's looking at the realistic expectation you have, and also saying, these are things on my dream board, these are visions we have, these are things that could come tomorrow. And if it doesn't come tomorrow, we still have the perfect life and like the best things. Because when you look at it in a way of, I have the best seasonings, I have the best stove, like, you're going to look at those things in a way that it is the best, because it's the best I've ever had. This is the best stove I've ever had. And when we go to the new house, it's not the same luxury stove as this one, but it's going to be the best stove in that house, right? So it's like changing your thought patterns around that, and also having self-responsibility and living in reality, and realizing, like, there are times where it's like, this is really not best for me to whatever it is, right? But that doesn't mean if something isn't best, like it's like really, really bad, like you're in like a bad condition or it's like not safe, that doesn't mean to not look at all the other things that you have that are best, that are great, that are way better, that are things that you wanted a year, 2 years ago, 3 months ago, 2 days ago, and not look at them as something that you like appreciate right now. Because sometimes there's just so much focus on either this, like the dream board and getting these things, or there's a lot of focus on the negative, like what we don't have, what am I gonna do, what's my solution, I don't know, I'm overwhelmed, there's too much going on. So it's, for me, working through overwhelm and that term and that word is focusing on the balance between what you have, what you've accomplished to get to where you are. So like looking at what responsibility you took, and then looking at like, who do I need to become to get these next things? Because it's not just like, I want to get this stuff, I want to have a home birth. Like, well, who do I need to be? And it's not necessarily like I need to go out and like Seth needs to give me $5,000 to go buy a bunch of cool books and tools and all these things so I can be the best, I can have the best home birth. Like, it's internal. It's still who you are, what you're doing, your thoughts, your programming, like all the external stuff and junk that we accumulate sometimes and try to pull in and say, well, somebody smashed my car and then this happened and now I have to go to this job, or now I have to go do this thing, and then I'm going to have to talk to these people I don't want to talk to. And And then you start to stir up all this stuff, and then you're overwhelmed because you're creating overwhelm for yourself. So yeah, I just wanted to share this. This is now 10 minutes, so I'm gonna log off. Hope y'all enjoyed this, got to listen to some bits and pieces, and potentially we'll put this on YouTube, I guess, because this was a good video here, I guess. Good long video. So hope y'all women can take something from this. Not hope. I know you will take something from this. Sometimes it is just one word. Sometimes it can be a whole sentence. Other times it can be the entire thing as a whole of just communication. I mean, I've learned so much from y'all. And so continue to learn from each other and continue to investigate yourself and not always pulling from all of the external things that are going on, to pull from yourself and who you are and what you're doing. And then who do you need to become to get to the next level, whatever that looks like. And also, don't forget to be grateful along the way. Have fun. Look at your life, look at the way you're living, and enjoy it. Take care, y'all.